Alright, I think you can see me already. I'm going to determine this by looking at my channel. Should be able to find. Maybe not. We're streaming. Hold on. Yep, we're streaming. Okay. Ah, there we go. Hello and welcome. I don't have my second monitor today. Oh, yeah, now I can hear myself. Okay, cool. How do I, where's my mute? I guess I just have to turn my volume down. I don't have my second monitor today, so I'm going to be looking at chat from my phone, which is fine. I'll give myself another view. In fact, I can like my own stream, which I don't usually do. I don't like to inflate my numbers. Where'd my chat go? There it is. Okay. So sorry I haven't streamed in a little while, guys. I was sick, and reading out loud did not sound like fun. Usually, I can read chat easier and tweet out my streams and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and tweet the stream out, which means if you talk to me in the next 30 seconds, I'm not going to be able to respond. That's okay. Let's see here. I'm live with Alone with You. Come hang out. And I'm gonna drop this in a couple of a Discord. My friend Bear's Discord. Dropping that link. Yay! I'll go back in. Can play. Okay, good. I haven't missed anything. Fantastic. Oh, I'm on top chat. I don't want to be on top chat. I want to be on live chat. Might. How do I change that? There we go. Live chat. Heckin' yeah. Okay, fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and... Actually, I'm going to do one other thing. Just one more thing, since I'm still waiting for some arrivals. I'm gonna at Nikita. She's gonna be mad if she misses this stream. Come on, there we go. This is gonna be super fun watching chat from my phone. Okay, you guys are gonna see my screen here just for 1 second. Okay. Cool. I don't think there's anything super confidential on that. Alright, let's continue then. Yeah, and I don't even usually stream on Wednesdays. It's usually Tuesday or Thursday. I was just feeling it today. So are we, you know, it's been a week since I played it, which I really didn't want it to be. But now I don't even really remember where we left off. I am assuming we talked to somebody in the AI chamber. Let's see what we got here. Well, how did it go? I didn't get much indication when syncing data with the holosim in the chamber this morning. It was tough, it was fine, I'm not sure. Oh, we were telling the guy that all the people were dead. I think that's what we did. I'll just say it was tough. I can't imagine explaining the situation could have been easy for either of you. We need to get you out there again while we still can. Please come see me in the core as soon as possible. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. When I walk around. I really just feel like this is a safety concern, and we should do something about this, but you know, we probably won't. The mess hall just gets messier every time. Every time. Discovering what happened to Miss Brahadra wasn't easy, but I know. But thankfully, it didn't impede her. Oh, that's no. We did do the mine guy last time, but this was we found the lady when she died. That's right. She found the stuff that allows plants to be grown on this planet. That's what it was. I can't even tell if you can see me. That's what it was. but she also was dead. Nolan, welcome! How are you today? I'm rocking... I do not have my second monitor today, so this is like a super made with duct tape stream. So if there's anything going wrong, please let me know. Because I have no way to... Like, I'm literally watching chat on my phone. Because I have no way to know if the stream is doing something weird. So I'm going to... We're gonna get through this together. I was having an argument with my HDMI cable that I didn't feel like continuing. But I was just saying, I was trying to remember where it was because I was sick and I could not bring myself to like read for a stream. There was just no way. But where we last left off, we found the lady, the agriculture lady. It looks good. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. That makes me feel better. But we found the lady who does all of the agriculture, and she found the way to like make plants grow, but we also like found her body because all the people we've been talking to are dead. So that's good. I was hoping this would remind me what happened. In fact, she attacked her work with renewed vigor. Perhaps she sought some distraction, or the truth inspired her in some new way. She seemed to take something you said to heart, something about finding love. I don't know what that has to do with her work, though. Oh, and we showed her the picture of the two employees that had fallen in love. That's what had happened too. It is fortunate that she has found new meaning in her work. The escape ship leaves everyone at their best. Okay. Thanks for the recap, computer. I super appreciates it. I like the little bits of steam that are like right up there at the top too. Let's go to the core. Let's go to the core. I still most like the chick that actually recognizes my scarf though, because I just appreciate that she recognizes my scarf. I know finding your colleague like that yesterday was tough. There are 2 more areas I need you to visit though. Dale's here! Find me love. Well, we'll see if we can find anybody extra in the game for you. Really here for the sound effects. I know, Nolan, I do them just for you. I'm glad you appreciate. And Dale, how are you today? How are you? Did I ask you how you are, Nolan? How are you? I feel like I was texting you, and so the other day, so I feel like, but anyway. I'm a little spacey, I apologize. I know if I already asked that. Please just plot a course in the shuttle bay when you're ready. Alright. Alright, so we have 2 places left to explore. I can't go in here right now because the door is locked. The door is locked. The door is locked. Coughing still. You were sick too? Coughs are the worst. I hate coughs. When I was in high school, I got bronchitis. And, like, it's over 10 years later. And to this day, if I get a cough, it's like my right lung is on fire. It's horrible. So I am very sympathetic. I had a cold all last week, which you can kind of hear in some of the videos I did. It's not fun, man. It's that October crud. Doing well. Eating everything. Good! Eat everything in sight, Nolan. Go on what they call a seafood diet. You see food and you eat it. Alright. I want to do the caves last because I think the caves is going to be like the coolest story point because the caves is like where everyone's... Oh no, this will be this one. Whatever. I want to go to see Winnie though because she appreciates our scarf. I'm eating beef jerky. That is today's stream snack. They did a segment about beef jerky on the Today Show. And it got me thinking about beef jerky. This is a bad game to eat while I stream though. After a little adventure with the signal tower, I discovered that there was a faint transmission coming from the central hub of the relay. The hub was badly damaged during the Rift event, so I didn't think we should risk coming here. But Miss Lawyer, Winnie, convinced me to change my mind. She told me of her idea to patch together another way to send out a broadcast after finding this transmission. I thought we should at least try it. So I'd like you to check inside for the source of the signal and see if it will help us get our distress message out. Fantastic. This is the tower that blew up. we were trying to do something and it went. Oh, I like this music. Just had a snack too. Had some trail mix and apples are great. This is obviously like this is apple season in the U.S. at least, and like apples and caramel are like my all-time favorite dessert. Dom's here. Holy heck! Can't stay long. We thought it's great that you were here. This is a game where I'm dating computer simulations. It's pretty awesome. Thank you for dropping by. And Dale says bacon is you can't go wrong with bacon either. I mean, ever. As I thought, the tower is in an extreme state of disrepair. I think the transmission is coming out of one of the upper floors. All right. Is that a W for Winnie? The computer simulation I currently love the most? And why is there an arrow? Did someone lead me here? Probably not. That autocorrect at its best. I believe, somebody like wrote stuff on the walls. I don't think that was there before. There is something going on here. I believe it was Professor Django who pointed out that, actually, no, I want to look at something. Isn't it something Star Trek related? He would know more than I would. Oh, let's go in this room. Why not? Oh, Jess, have you seen the KFC dating sim? Oh, yes! One of my friends, Dexaquin, I think she was streaming that? I don't know, though. I saw something KFC related. I'll have to look into that. That's ridiculous. Several books have been left to rot in the moisture that has overtaken the room. They are completely ruined. Those quarters were temporary lodgings for the shift workers. Someone likely was using them until the room became compromised. Ruh-roh. You heard Star Trek. I was asking about your name. It's Star Trek related, right? You can mess up on yourself. It's just fine. I was trying to give you an out, Dale. The wall between those two rooms is collapsed. There's definitely something on the other side. See if you can find a way to unlock the door that leads to the other room. I was saying that if Django were here, he knew. He makes fun of me because I know absolutely nothing. Like, I know some, like, very basic pop culture stuff about Star Trek. That's about it. The door is sealed by a security override. You'll have to shut it off to get through. Okay. This elevator goes up from here. Yes. Ooh, this is swanky. What do we got? Signature monitoring room? I don't know, but I want to... What is this pulley system? Very interesting. It looks like some kind of makeshift pulley system. Someone must have been trying to move heavy objects from this floor to the next. Yeah, but none of this was here the last time I was in the tower. This is freaking me out. Because there's not supposed to be other people here. Unless all of this stuff just fell down when the tower blew up. What is that? It looks like a slingshot. This has been my favorite music in the game. I really like this. I don't think it's possible to get these stations online again. Well, you're a pessimist. We can always try. We haven't tried hitting it yet. You never know. Can I walk back here? Nope. I really like this area too because I blend in perfectly. I'm camouflaged. Look at this. You can't even see me. It's like I'm not even there. I like those animations. Water, I think, or more blue markings. It's more blue markings. It's like those Kree glyphs that Coulson has in S.H.I.E.L.D. Okay, needs a password. Real men admit their flaws. That drone has had some of its components thoroughly scavenged and removed. It is but a shell of its former self, literally. Sparking wires? I think I'll touch those. That exposed data conduit is connected to the security system. If you can pull it, you can disrupt the security system. Will you break the cable? Yes! I want to pull on live wires. Always. Always pull on live wires. Kids. This door requires a passcode. If there's a note pasted beside it that says, I've had 3 so far, there must be a clue somewhere. So he probably wrote he or she wrote the code on probably a bottle of alcohol somewhere. It must be that other room I can get in now. It's always the green wire. Just trust that green wire. Oh, can I interact with these? The equipment has been completely destroyed by exposures to the elements. Again, with the pessimistic messages. My gosh. Okay, can I go in here now? Oh, this is literally where I just came from. That's how sharp I am today. Yes. Let's go down. I live for these little cutscenes, I really do. Break room. Ooh, look at map drawing. There's a hasty sketch of a map made over pages from an old book. The lines are difficult to make out from the text. It indicates 3 buildings. I'm assuming they're the buildings with a web of lines going between them. Maps marked... Oh, I assume they are buildings with a web of lines going between them. The map marks areas around them as well. The title has been written messily above the sketch. It says castles. I wonder what it means. We're gonna find out. What's this? Those torn pages appear to belong to the others you found so far. The story continues! The super depressing story about Paula. I love the scene transitions. This game is really cute. It's really been impressing me. So in the other parts of the games, there's the woman who used to work here, Winnie, was writing a story about Paula and her interactions with the dark. So before this seems really weird and out of place, that's what's going on. But it goes, Paula had once again begun to settle into the castle, the same one. The routine of survival kept the dark out of her thoughts. But as her castle began to creak and buckle around her, just as the one before, and then the one before that had, she felt it again, beside her. If only you had just reached out. If only you had done more than just listen to your little radio. You don't know what you're talking about. There's no one to reach out to. No one's safe. Anyway, that's why I'm here. You're going to die here. She seems to wait a very long time before speaking again. I know. And there's nothing you can do about it. This is so dramatic. Here, Paula starts to cry. I know. I'm afraid that's the last page in this batch. What a sad story. It is a very sad story. It's a very, very sad story. Poor Winnie. Stuck out here all by herself. Can I do literally anything else? Okay, so 3 already, and there were 3 castles. So is castle? Is castles the password? In the past, words that are in all caps have been the password. So I wonder if it's castle. I've had 3 already. So it's not a beverage. Love your voices. Hey Sin, how's it going? Thank you for being here. Just having a little fun with the voices. The fun part is stream to stream, I can never remember what voice I used for what thing. So they're not consistent, unfortunately. Okay, so we're going to try castles. If I can remember how to spell castles. That worked! Heckin' yeah! Look at us. In here. Main operations. Climb to the 5th floor. Let's go here first. Ooh. Well, look at that. Is that where the signal's coming from? And I don't know. That's it. Those terminals are the source of the signal. They've been manually networked in a sophisticated array so as to boost their processing power. That's interesting. I can read it from there. It's a distress signal, like the one we're trying to send. Someone beat us to the punch. Only, well, it's different. How very clever. Clever? Well, unlike our plan, the signal isn't trying to alert nearby shipping traffic. No, it's much more clever than that. It's actually a self-repeating and preserving signal. It isn't just a broadcast, but a kind of virus, one that attaches itself to wherever it lands. Well, that doesn't sound good. Eddie's here! Welcome, Eddie. How are you? What now? Let's continue to explore the tower. I need to consider more how this might affect things. So someone is like, don't mind me, I'm just gonna do a computer virus. That's a standard issue energy tool. It looks like you can take. It looks like it only has a bit of charge left, but you can use it to open certain panels. Okay, well, let's pick that up. I'm doing just fine, thank you. Just got out of work, came home. I couldn't get my second monitor to work, which is annoying, so I'm watching chat on my phone. But, you know, We're not playing games in my chat. Let's go to the top tower. Examine pulley system. There's another segment of the pulley system. It must have been very difficult to haul things up 2 floors with this. Alright. This door is also locked with passcode. Perhaps there's something there that can help you figure it out. Okay. There's something on the wall there. Looks like a castle. There's a 5 on the wall, and there's a thing on the wall. I've clearly not found whatever the clue is because it's not even letting me type stuff in. So hyped for the weekend, what you up to? Okay, let's go back down then. No, I want to go back down. Why you no let me go down? Okay, there we go. DreamHack. Is that the Cisco thing you were talking about? In Sarge's stream? It's a really clever system, that's all I can say. Okay, is there something I need to interact with? Maybe there's a door I haven't been able to get into yet. Now that I have this tool, I might be able to do something else. Let's just go for a walk. Including Cisco, okay. Okay, so we went there. Let's see if there's a room I missed. Okay, so I can't get these going. There might just be a door somewhere, because usually it's pretty straightforward. We were just in the monitoring room. Let's go back down a level. You will be attending all 3 days and competing in all kinds of stuff. Well, awesome! I hope you have a great time. Let's go back in here. Had to head off. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for dropping by. Hope to talk to you again soon, and I hope work goes well for you. Have a good Wednesday. Scattered books. Sarge will be on her way shortly. Good. She's gonna be mad if she misses this. Sarge is like way more into this game than I am even. I think I was already in here. I was. Okay. Let's go back down to the first floor. I must be missing something really obvious. Yeah, you'll have to let us know how you do. For sure. Oh, I never went in here. Okay. See, I knew there was just something obvious that I missed somewhere. The module columns allow hot wiring and switching of various equipment and channels as operators dealt with the shifting conditions. It looks like someone had done some creative rewiring inside. Nothing is quite where it should be. Somehow the wiring makes sense. All right. I mean, sure. Hey. And I bet I need to use this tool. The energy tool you found should let you open this up. Yep. There's Sarge! Home of power outages. Through the planet's landscape, Though the planet's landscape made it difficult for the facilities used geothermal systems whenever possible to save energy. There used to be coils that dispersed heat generated by the communications equipment and returned cool air. Judging by the destruction you found so far, the coils aren't functioning and are buried under rubble. That's cool. Sarge, I thought of you the other day because not in my state, in California. In fact, Sin, you might know more about this than I do. But it might not be your area. There was a company that had to like literally turn power off for a while in California because they were worried that the infrastructure was going to cause forest fires. I was like, Sarge would appreciate this. I want to look at the monitor. Dang it. Dang it. Let me look at the monitor. Sorry, I'm also eating. That's a heavy-duty operations binder for some, the communications equipment used at the relay. It's missing pages, but it looks like written on the cover, but something was written on the cover, what looks like a radio code in the word William. Ah, that was Winnie's crush. It's very South African, right? I mean, it's never fun to be without electricity, that's for sure. A batch of pages are scattered on the rock floor. It looks like they fell out of something. They look like they continue the story. The story continues! What I can make out is it says, after their last conversation, Paula didn't see the dark for a long time. She didn't need to. Its words haunted her every day, and as her food and water continued to deplete, she began to wish it would show up just for someone to talk to. I know you're there. You're with me everywhere now. Say something. But for weeks she received no answer. Finally, as Paula lay in her newest castle, her final home, she heard its voice again. So you've admitted it, have you? To yourself, I mean. You don't seem very happy about it. What happened to being smug? I don't feel like it. Things are too serious. You're starting to sound like me. At this, the dark offered a sad smile and sat down beside Paula. All they could hear was the wind outside and the creaking of the castle. That's because I am you, of course, and you know that. I'm afraid our time has run out. Paula sensed how cold the dark was, and she felt her strength drain away like a small stream. That is so dramatic! Yeah, for 5 days. It's crazy. Yeah, we'll lose power, and like usually when we lose power, we lose it for a while because we're on like the outskirts of the grid, so we're the least important people to get our power back. Oh, I was off for a minute? I'm sorry. My phone isn't showing that I skipped anything. I'm sorry. Let me know if that happens. Because I won't know, because my second monitor is down. So usually I can like see the stream stats while I'm streaming, but I couldn't get my second monitor to work. So if anything happens with the stream, I won't know unless chat says something. Oh, okay. Oh. I think it's time we found out what's on the 5th floor before this entire relay collapses. All right, let's do it. I still really like this music. I wonder if I'm just in a different part of the tower, or somebody really did paint these letters later, or if I just don't remember those letters being there, which is also possible. Yeah! She's a lot braver than I would. I would never play that game. Like, I was getting freaked out watching her play. Let's go. Password required. Let's do it. Password is... That's Will-Aim, not William. There we go. Oh my! That room is quite a sight. That's all you got? Okay. It appears to be a desk constructed from a wall panel and 2 struts. There's a pile of field notebooks and quite a lot of pages. You know, those pages seem to have the same makeup as the torn pages you found. They're coupled with writing instruments there. That means those stories were likely pinned there. You're getting freaked out. This game, has another game by the same people who made it, or like the developers of this game made a game called Home, and it's another pixel art game, and it's supposedly a horror game, so I was gonna play that. The problem is Halloween's on a Wednesday, and like I could probably stream on Halloween, but like I'm not gonna be able to stream Halloween night. So I don't know if I'm gonna do like a specifically Halloween stream, but the next game I play will probably be the game I got with this game, which is from the same developer. Why are the paces wearing makeup? That is an excellent question, Bobcat. How are you doing? So this is where she wrote the depressing story. We now know. Oh, this is a window outside. Interesting. That terminal, it's in very poor shape. I thought it had many modifications added to it. It has... Though it has had many modifications added to it, it has since been disconnected and thoroughly vandalized for parts. I don't understand why somebody would go through the trouble of setting up the terminal only to completely disable it. It probably stopped working. Well, there's a chair. That's interesting. That chair is rusty and old. By colonies, even by colony standards, there's a stack of short novels beside it. From there, I imagine the view of the planet must be quite spectacular. Sure as heck is. Look at that. The shelf was constructed in quite a hasty fashion. It contains many physical books on various subjects, some of which have been written extensively. And I'm going to go ahead and guess that this is Winnie. Oh, yeah. I remember you saying that, Nolan. Oh, Jaquita! I'm so sorry. Based on my analysis, it looks like we found the body of Winnie Laurier. Judging by the condition of the corpse, she died about a year ago, in 2063. I'm just running the scan a few times to confirm the cause of death. This will just take a moment. By the way, Bobcat, I started playing NeoCab. I'm not very far in it, but I'm enjoying it. You're not getting any of the chat. Oh, that's weird, Dale. That's very strange. After these few weeks of seeing Miss Lawyer in the holosim chamber, this must be difficult for you. I'll be okay. Grieving is a natural part of facing death. Please don't deny yourself this, even though the person you technically know is a fabrication. What are you eating? I'm eating beef jerky that I just dropped on the floor, but it's beef jerky. It's very tasty. Well, I have the results of the scan. Based on the trace materials and what tissue is left, I've determined that the cause of death was suicide by... Oh, Winnie! Winnie, my poor depressed Winnie. No! She was likely very malnourished by the time she decided to take her life. Doesn't seem like there was a lot of food stores in there despite her efforts. Yeah, she probably ran out of food and that's why. I think it's just jerky. It's leftovers from my folks. They did a tailgate. And so it was like jerkies that they had taken, and now it's just in a plastic bag, and I took it, so I don't know. It doesn't taste like it has any particular flavor, though. I like pretty much any kind of jerky, to be honest. But yes, I like spicy things in general. As we talk about food, as this woman starved to death, and then, you know, I just... Also, deer... I would love to try deer jerky. I've had venison burgers, and those were so good. They must have mixed several medications from emergency supply kits in the end. With any consolation, she likely died in a state of sleep. Despite how resourceful and clever she was, it seems Miss Lawyer met with the most tragic end. This is really sad, not gonna lie, because I like Winnie the most. I know it might not be much right now, but at least we were able to learn about Miss Lawyer's transmission virus. There isn't anything more you need to worry about. Come on back home. What's this? There isn't anything left in the medical supply kit except for a few pills and a small portion of water. So she ran out of stuff. What do we got here? That's no colony equipment. That radio has been configured from a variety of parts. It's been made to pick up all kinds of digital and analog signals. There's nothing but static coming from the speaker now. How long had it been running like this, I wonder? Yeah, venison is much better for you than beef. It's way leaner. And we've got so many deer where I live. We should just be eating more deer, but, you know, whatever. I would be totally... I don't like deer because we've hit several of them with our cars. And I don't have a lot of sympathy for them. Well, this was super depressing. Super depressing. We get to go tell Winnie we figured out how she died. I don't know how to get back down. I don't remember. The Netherlands! He does not have a lot of deer, but he has Disney Plus. Oh, I have to keep going down. That's what's going on here. They should move those deer crossing signs to a safer place. That's funny. Then they wouldn't be on the darn road. It is. Disney Plus is distinctly less likely to jump out in front of your car. On the one hand, we are very fortunate that Miss Warrior realized her ingenuity and did what she did. Yet, on the other, she was apparently unable to cope with her situation. Her situation of not having food, you mean? There's not very many people who can cope with the situation of not having food. So clearly, she was not able to communicate with the woman. Well, the woman who solved the food crisis like as she was dying. Exotic meats. Let us return to the colony. Salmon's expensive? Yeah, I guess you wouldn't have salmon there, but you have to have some kind of fish. Really? Salmon is wonderful. That is true. I apologize to anybody in my chat who might be vegetarian. Well, it's good that you made it back, at least. Of course, I say that as I'm eating beef jerky, so, you know. Let's talk to the computer. It looks like you've had another unfortunate discovery to report tonight. I'll sync the rest of your scan data for now. I mean, it depends on how fresh it is. But salmon's pretty expensive here. I mean, you can't go wrong with cheese. I freaking love cheese. I found this type of cheese that's so good. It's like Kobe Jack, but there's like buffalo wing flavor in it. So it's like spicy Kobe Jack cheese. It's like literally the best thing I've ever had in my life. Really good. I honestly don't know the price of salmon off the top of my head. Like, I could tell you how much I'd pay for it in a restaurant, but like, I don't know the price at a fish market. But I mean, it's not necessarily cheap here either. But I also don't live near where a lot of salmon would come in. Like, in Michigan, I would pay a ton for lobster. But if I lived in Maine, it's like nothing for a lobster. It's like $16. Ground beef is only about $5. Yeah. I would believe that. Our time here is winding down, so I hope you can make the most out of tonight. Let's go tell Winnie we know how she died. Oh, raw is only about $7. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like, I'd pay around $20, $25 maybe 30 if there's like a lot of sides for salmon at a restaurant, but not, I mean, it would be less raw. A couple of cans of Finnish called fish. Sounds tasty. You're back. I was just working on some new simulations for your ship. I'm still having a hard time with the deep space problem, though. I just can't seem to figure out how to replicate the range and strength of the comms tower array. I mean, you need to... I have news. Oh, heck yeah, they put that one on YouTube too. I thought they wouldn't do it for the second one. The second episode is called A Quick Salvage Run. So if it's that one, it's the second one. The third, I know the title of the third episode, but I can't remember it at this exact moment. Everything is, it sounds like everything is expensive there, dude. Yeah, what kind of, oh, I get it. You know what happened, don't you? You found out? Okay, you might as well just tell me. Am I gonna sit in Sarge's favorite way? Sarge, I don't know if you're lurking, but you're gonna miss how I sit. Oh, that's awful. I killed myself. How could I do that? How could I do such a thing? Well, you were basically dead. From what you described, it sounds like I was in a bad state. I guess I finally gave up. There was literally, like, everything in the game has said you had no food. And yet, it seemed like for a time there, I was determined to survive, but I guess that eventually ran out. I mean, for the salaries, it doesn't count as expensive. I gotcha. Oh, it's an episode 3 preview. Gotcha. Oh, hold on. Wait a moment. The terminal array you said you found. That's perfect. That makes a lot of sense. Of course, we can use that to fix the ship. That's how we'll let you get your signal out there after you take off. I can use the scan of the you made of the terminal array and come up with something similar for the escape ship. It's automatic, it's self-replicating, it's perfect. I knew there was another way. It's not about sending the strongest signal, it's about using the other ships and relays to do the work for you. I don't know if I could have figured it out here. I guess the other me, she was in a different position, but she was desperate and hopeless. Even before, when Tower E was functioning, she must not have been able to stay there. Too dangerous, perhaps. Not livable enough in that place. So she tried to replicate the signal from the other tower, knowing that she didn't have the same equipment. She created the idea of a virus. I get to work on this right away, and I'll make sure that the AI understands what you're planning to do. I'm confident you'll get exactly what you need for your ship, but it's so tragic to come across the idea this way. It must have been hard for you out there. To be honest, this is still pretty difficult to deal with myself. Can we talk about something else for a while? Show her the pages. Well, it looks like you found more of those pages. What did these ones say? Oh my. This story makes it all the more sad. Regardless of what happened to the other Winnie, she just seems to suffer so much. It's almost like she knew what was coming, but kept on struggling anyway. I guess, I mean, what other option was there, really? But this story must have been her only way to understand what she was going through in the end. I mean, think of it. There was nobody else around. What do you think of it? I get it. I'm sure you do. You're in a very similar situation now. Can we talk about something else, just for a little bit? How are you? I suppose some closure would be good, in a way. I'm doing not at all what you wanted. I mean, you know, what you found. I mean, what the other Winnie did. I couldn't, not now. You've been such an amazing friend these past weeks, listening to me go on and on. Maybe that other version of me, she just needed someone like you. I'm glad. I'm sure of it. I don't know how she could have lost hope, I guess, but I don't think she would have. I mean, if she had known you. Because I would have brought her food. I would keep forgetting the part where she didn't have food. Can we talk about something else? Let's talk about anything. Okay, Dale, I just got the email. Oh, and Dom subscribed. I didn't see that he did. Thank you. I don't have any of my notifications up. Oh, Chiquita, I was just hoping you'd, well... Okay, let's just talk. I don't know what that means, but okay. Oh, hey, look, I'm live. Yay. Okay. Well, I guess since I like stories so much, I'll tell you one. But you have to pick the topic. Oh, you're fine. I just can't read the game and read the chat. But you guys seem like you're having a good conversation. You guys go ahead and talk about whatever you want. Do you want to hear about, let's see, when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, or before I joined HC as an adult? I want to hear about you as a kid. Well, okay. Probably wouldn't surprise you, but I was pretty shy as a kid. And I had this play set, you know, a big plastic one. Can you guess what it was? A castle. Yes, that's right. How'd you know? That's because you read about castles. It was a big plastic castle, lots of rooms and passages. Anyway, I would play with it all the time and act little, you know, little dramas with these people figures. Silly stories. One day my mom came in and saw me playing with it like usual, and she noticed something funny. She said, "Why do you only have one person in each of the rooms?" And I guess I said, "Because they had a fight and don't know what to do." My mom sort of smiled, but she realized I was having difficulty, you know, with people. I was having difficulty, you know, with people. Yeah, we all have problems with people. She taught me to try to get over that sort of thing. But after what happened here, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't so far off the mark, you know? Well, this has all been a lot to take in, but at least now I know what I need to do so that I can complete the work. Oh no, I wanted to hear the other things. I didn't know I was only picking one thing. In the meantime, I hope you'll have time to visit again, you know, before you go. I'll try. Of course. You have so much more to worry about before things to get ready. I know, but the situation's only getting worse. But yes, if you find the time, please do. Having difficulty with people. Sarge, I was sitting the way you like. I love it. He's like, I was having difficulty with, you know, people. Oh man. You can't people ever. Oh man. I usually don't have problems with people, like talking to people, but I get over it fast at the same time. Exactly. I mean, cheese is like the best thing. Boom, 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 boom. Storm, 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 storm. Day 13. I think the weeks on this planet are 5 days long, so we have 2 days left. You've really had to deal with a lot recently. I'm afraid we must continue our work, however, so please come see me. In the messy mess hall. I was concerned that yesterday's discovery would weaken Winnie's ability to continue her work, but her work report showed great progress, and I think she used the situation as a catalyst to support even more than usual. She wanted me to tell you, even though she knows her story was sad, she isn't going to let yours end that way. That's what she said. It's good to hear that the holograms are helping us as we hoped. We need every advantage we can get. Something like Star Wars Celebration. Oh yeah, and I tend to get overwhelmed in crowds too, but I had a good time at Celebration. Oh yeah, good rainy day. Rainy days are like nature's way of saying, hey man, take a break. That's what I think. Alright. It seems like we keep discovering nothing but bad news. There's one more area you need to travel to. I've continued to monitor the planet's conditions since we shut down the terraforming fields, and I think it was the right choice. But I'm starting to pick up terrible readings from within the planet's core. Things are coming to a head now. There's no point in waiting around today. Please just plot a course in the shuttle bay and let's do what we need to do. People is a verb. Gotta deal with all those people. Oh yeah, it's like the haze. The people who are just like send you the messages that just say hey. Those people, man. Because you're like, what am I supposed to do with hey? Like, you say hey, I say hey, you say how are you? I say I'm fine, how are you? You say fine. And that's literally the conversation. Like, that's every hey conversation. I never know what to do with them. So you've reached the lab. There's an energy-specific R&D that took place over the last 16 years. Since the lab was first built, we've made significant gains in finding new uses, processes, and efficiencies for the crystals harvested here. Mr. Lumumba's notes suggested that if we are to find anything usable for the fuel for the escape ship, it would be here. Somehow, though, I suspect it won't be as straightforward as that. It seems like it never is with that man. You haven't done the hourly checkup. You are correct. Do you really want to know how I am, Karen? Yeah, it's like, do you really want to know? You really want to know how I am? Is this a body? It's very difficult to pull much data from those remains, but they are human. Most of what should be there is likely buried or blown away. Ongoing storms make retrieval of most things outdoors problematic. Still, I'd say those remains are about 2 years old. Their various labs are contained with 4 oh, they spell it the British way. 4 color-coded nodes. To reach each node, you can use the transport platform in front of you. That big dome in front of you is the main research core. Research core is a special chamber that is sealed, lined, and monitored to prevent disasters. Let's look around and see if we can figure out how to get it open. Where am I? Oh, I'm right here. Okay. I'm so tiny. Can I walk forward? I literally don't understand. Exit. Oh, use monorail. Okay. I got it. Sometimes a person just doesn't want to talk to you, and then we're supposed to talk to somebody else, I guess. I need to have a wasp attacks me. Yeah, I understand that one. Okay, let's go to the blue labs. I like people who hop in just starting the conversation like, hey dude, this spread sucks. You know, I would much rather somebody come to me with a topic than when they're just like, yo, what's up? I'm like, if you're gonna talk to me, like, bring me the topic. Don't make me come up with a topic for you. Wasps are terrible. When you're done looking around there, you can return to the transport platform to travel to another node. Heck yeah. Hey, Sarge. Oof, that's terrifying. You've reached the common lab. It was used by all the researchers for various general tasks. It looks like it's in quite a state. Yeah. This place is pretty beat up. Oh, buddy! Dombrowski. I'm afraid you found another corpse. This one belongs to the R&D engineer, Abra Dombrowski. Too bad Dom's not here anymore. I would surmise that she was trapped in that room for some time. It's difficult to ascertain, but she likely either starved to death or was asphyxiated by the steadily decreasing supply of oxygen. Either way, it would have been horrible. That's good to know. There's a single note still legible near the body. It reads, "Goodbye, Thimba." I don't know who Thimba is. What is that about the... Hey, under the tweet. Yeah, oh my gosh. I saw that. That cracked me up. You were making like a comment, and somebody was just literally like, hey, like, what is she supposed to say? Hey, Django, have I gotten space married yet? I have not, but I'm close. How goes, Django? You came in the middle of chat discussing Twitter DMs. That's a physical edition of The Tale of Peter Rabbit by Beatrix Potter. It's not an original printing, but it's still quite valuable. My, that is a large collection of items. They are stuffed animals, trinkets, porcelain figures, homemade items. Apparently, Miss Dombrowski was quite, well, how would you put that? Collector? How very diplomatic of you. I wonder, is it a wonder that Miss Dombrowski was even managed to bring that many personal effects with her when she traveled from Earth. Probably collects them from people. So many people. I've been one of the few who've been allowed to hear Django's stories, and he has stories. The ink has faded, but there's something scrawled on that old standard issue office. Password, fave things. These are a few of my favorite things. Okay. Shelf of many things. Peter Rabbit. So we gotta determine which of these things is her favorite. That is a childlike painting of a carrot inside an ornate frame. Okay, so carrot. So I wonder, are her favorite things rabbits? The storage container is completely full of plush toys, old physical letters, and children's books. Its contents have spilled out everywhere. You know, it seems to me that somebody was digging through that container and tossing things aside. Perhaps they were looking for something. And also look at this rug. Does anyone else see the face in this rug? I'm pretty sure, and there's like a stuffed rabbit. I'm pretty sure rabbits are her favorite things. Oh, that's nice. Okay, let's try rabbits. Hey! Never make your password something that's in the room. It's a bad idea. Good work. I have access to Miss Dombrowski's private terminal now. There are bits of research that she was doing for Mr. Lumumba on the energy transportation. It seems like the major issues that the team was having was with stored energy in the smaller containers without increasing volatility. It's curious that it was never really a priority for the colony. I wonder just what exactly this new research was really for. In any case, I've sent a security request from this terminal to try to open up the core. They got an 85. I've got research data regarding storing up, we've got the research data regarding storing up this improved energy source. That will help make the escape ship safer. Let's see what else we can find so we can gain access to the core. The planet core. Team Day weekend start Thursday morning. Is a plant. In the Tuthimba Avankavix. Oh, this is the name that was scrawled on the floor. I was thinking the stoner donor chap in Valley. I would, but like I'm really afraid that it's also mildly racist if I do it. Like that's what, I can't watch Phantom Menace with people because I want to say like the Gungan and the Nemoidian lines out loud, and I'm like, I can't say these things out loud, even though I like saying these things. Unlike this shelf in the R&D engineer Dombrowski's lab, this one appears to be very tidy and utilitarian. Miss Ivanovic seems to have created her own tracking system and predictive models for waste management, in addition to the routines I control. The shelf contains several collections of hard copy notes and projections, as well as contingency plans for alternative methods of waste reduction and redirection. That is 150% a good call. Yep. I'm always like, don't say the lines out loud, even though I really want to. Don't do it. That waste receptacle was used to burn down something. Your scan indicates traces of cotton and synthetic fibers, as well as paper, likely a type of kindling. You can probably still see bits of whatever was burned in there. I'm picking up around fluffy curls of something. Did you burn a rabbit alive? Is it a dead rabbit? Is it a dead rabbit? Did we burn a rabbit? I'm kind of freaking out a little bit. This was the research terminal the director of waste management, Velma. I'm not even saying these names close to correct. Used during her time there. Her terminal is inoperable, but the desk looks very organized. Logs indicate that she had a particularly difficult job, especially once the drones began to malfunction and resources became more constrained. I think she burned a rabbit. The maglev platform can go right to the yellow labs or left to the exit. Which will you go? To the yellow labs! Conveniently, the yellow labs look exactly like the blue labs, only yellow. There's a rabbit on the Camino too. Yes. I see you found the research lab's break room. It wouldn't touch any of the food there. There's no telling what it's been exposed to. I was gonna eat all of the food that has been rotting there for years, actually. Actually, I can tell you exactly. Your suit is picking up all sorts of data. Do you want to know? Yes! There are over 400 dangerous substances and trace elements that, you know, on second thought, it's probably best not to worry about it. No, tell me. Colonists would relax there during breaks on shifts. It appears somebody was using it quite frequently. It's standard food processor. It's quite broken down, though, and probably hasn't been active in years. Well, everyone's been dead for years, so that would make sense. Chiquita probably does need to pee. I've been everywhere in this game and have not once found a bathroom. So, like, Chiquita probably really has to pee. Like, she's really struggle bussing. This is a video game. Looks like some of the colonists constructed an old-fashioned arcade machine from spare materials, since, though, it's been used for parts. I knew it. Coffee. Look at the birthday cards. Looks like old cards given to various co-workers over the years prior to the collapse. One says, "Happy birthday, Abra," and features some kind of furry animal. Its date is January 11th, 2033. It was a sorority girl. Knew it. Another had some sort of geometric, minimalistic design, and it said, "Happy birthday, Thimba." Its date is May 13, 2029. The third looks a little generic, as if less effort was put into it. It says, "Happy B-Day, Beth." It's not even like Happy B-Day, Beth. It's probably like, "Happy B-Day, Beth." That's what I imagine it says. The date on it is August 2nd, 2034. I never did understand humans' obsession with printed reading material. That rack has many hot printed magazines and periodicals. Hot printed? So, like, is in printed hot, or they're like, spicy. Some crafty colonists snuck new data through the Earth's transmissions and then used a printing device to create physical copies. I imagine for some it was heartening to read stories from Earth, but the transmission would have been 23 Earth years old. Even with hyperspace travel, reducing the transmission delivery time by 75%, that is a large gap, and the information wouldn't have been useful at all. What do you think about this? I get it, it's sad, it's a waste. I get it. Perhaps this is one of those human behaviors that is so difficult to parse without more considerable experience. I have so many books behind me. It's better than HBD, I guess. Somebody used to tell me happy birthday. Not tell you happy birthday, then abbreviated as B-Day. Bidet. Spaceboy Mags. Couldn't take the time to type 2 words. Nope. Too busy. Suckers. Whoosh. I appreciate that they have even color-coded flowers in the different hallways. I think that's awesome. Ooh. This is fancy. Beth Jacobson's terminal. Please insert boot disk to continue. Okay. The pile has faded. Handwritten notes. The pile of faded handwritten notes is very difficult to make out. However, I believe the sentiment within indicates frustration. The only complete segment I can reconstruct says, They're not helping. This isn't gonna work. I don't want to die here. Okay. Beth was a little bit stressed out. No wonder she got a passive-aggressive birthday card. Now if you wanted to get me a bidet for my birthday, then all is forgiven. I might. You never know. Oh, is it? Bobcat in here with the facts and logic. Miss Jacobson's research spilled onto the table as well. It looks like it's covered with notes and, oh, what is this? There's some blurry printed photograph amongst the papers. It looks to be of R&D engineer, I can't say that, I'm sorry, of Ben, or just gonna say his name's Ben, in it he's smiling at his desk. Well, Beth and Ben needed to go on a date, and then maybe Beth wouldn't have been so cranky. Those containers are designed to slowly mix elements in a controlled environment. The notes besides each indicate that none of the various experiments were successful. Oh, that sucks. This is a big room of failure. Okay, so we gotta find a data card. So we gotta remember the failure room and the yellow hallway. When we find the data card. Maglev platform can go right to the green labs or left to the blue. Which way you go? To the green. Hey. Whoa, trippy. Look at those. Look at that. Holograms. Likely some kind of research projection. Oh, that's neat. Is this a data card? The datapad was left to process a small-scale energy simulations, but the software error stalled its process. There's just a bit of battery left. There's an audio log recorded by Mr. Brennan. I'll transcribe it for you. Prioritization of the new energy source Lumumba and I are working on is proving difficult. However, thanks to the hologram simulations here, I've come to a conclusion. 1. Because of time constraints, energy efficiency is the most important factor. We need to keep power as long as possible. 2. The next most important factor is compatibility. We need to be able to use this with existing systems. 3. Sadly, given the circumstances, safety is the last priority. That's the end of the log. Okay, so here's a trippy battery sign, a trippy signal sign, and I don't know what the green one would mean. There's an error message. It reads, please complete the simulation sequence to continue. It looks like we'll need to complete whatever simulation it is. Maybe you can try the hologram machine in that room. Well, I was trying to. You wouldn't let me interact with it. The table is currently projecting a power simulation. Do you want to change it? No. Okay, hold on. What do I need to do? The green one is Sarge's Wi-Fi. Sounds about right. Please complete simulation sequence to continue. It looks like we'll need to complete whatever the simulation sequence is. Okay, so they were doing an energy simulation. Oh, this is now a different color. So let's turn off the one that's a different color. Okay, we'll turn these up. Oh! They switched the locations. Oh! I'm not turning it off and on, I'm changing what's there. Okay. Safety is the last priority. Is currently energy efficient? No, we want to do energy efficiency. Compatibility is the second priority. Table's gonna, do you want to change it? Yes. Yes, I want safety. There we go. Figured it out. It's a puzzle! You're right. I figured it out. It took me a second, but I got it. I think you've done it. That seems to be the correct sequence. You can now access Mr. Brennan's terminal. It is the last priority. They're so out of things. I love the cutscenes where I'm like typing. Okay, we're in. It looks like Mr. Brennan's work is really showing progress. He seemed to have found ways to speed up Mr. Lumumba's efforts. Normally, with the production of energy from the mined crystals, there's a certain amount of untapped energy because of inefficiencies in the workflow and whatnot. The simulations show that Mr. Brennan was able to minimize these inefficiencies, though the risks for doing so were beyond safety protocols. This should mean a more concentrated, longer-lasting energy source, perfect for the escape ship, but where is the result of the research? Well, for now, I've sent a request from Mr. Brennan's account to provide us access to the core. We've secured the research data for improving the efficiency and the new source. That will help us escape ship. Let's see what else we can find to gain access to the core. All this talk about getting energy from crystals makes me think of the Death Star. Sounds like your job. Woo! Reading this much out loud is tough. That's the on-site sleeping quarters for the researchers. Hey, is this gonna help me? That portable datapad has a significant collection of personal media for the Director of Waste Management, Thimba Ivanovic. Music, photos, notes, and a series of logs. Here's an entry that might be of some interest. What makes this all even worse is that I could die here surrounded by idiots. Lumumba's mad quest to speed up energy development will kill us all. He is determined, but his increasing time demands make things dangerous. That idiot Dombrowski is increasingly useless, distracted by her stuffed friends. I gave her little incentive to refocus. Yeah, she burned one of the stuffed animals. That's what that was in that room. We need Matt the radar. We do need Matt the radar technician. I hear you are doing... Hey, Lobot, welcome. I did make you a moderator on this channel. I forgot. That you're... I don't know what you can do on here, but, I remember now that I made you a moderator. There's another entry here you should see. Lumumba's work is hopeless. Ben and the rest of the fools are sticking around this long. I know we'll never get the help we need. We're right off now. I'm getting out of here. Those of you who scanned on the surface, those remains you scanned on the surface must be those of Miss Ivanovic, and she unfortunately never found any kind of safety or escape. Oh, that was whatever. Presses all the buttons. Yeah, that's what the episode summary said too. I still love that bit. He's like, oh no, Matt the radar technician is one of the greatest things ever. Whoever last used the bed did not make it when they left. I wonder if they were sleeping in the bed. Probably not. Oh, good. We needed that data card. The data card has a red label on it which reads B. Nagayan. You can use it at certain terminals. Yep. There was a terminal where we needed to use a data pad. Back in the failure room in the yellow hall. So we're going to go back there. There are a dozen of photos and pictures of cute animals inside the locker. It looks like Abra Dombrowski's locker. There's also a photo of Miss Dombrowski smiling with her arm around Thimba Ivanovic, who looks somewhat annoyed. Underneath the photo is a printed label with some markings I don't understand. Less than 3, less than 3, less than 3. Aw, they're hearts! Dombrowski thought they were friends, and they really weren't. Rip. Oof. Press F in chat to pay respects to the non-existent friendship. Okay. So, we can go back to yellow. It's pronounced win. Thank you, Django. I appreciate it. I am very uncultured. I honestly appreciate help, because I never know how to say anything. I don't know how to say anything in Star Wars either. I can't pronounce half the crap in Star Wars, but I don't care if I pronounce that wrong, because those aren't real words, but, I feel bad when I can't pronounce real world words correctly. Yes, like the Krat Dragon, which I will still pronounce however I want. Oh, I didn't need to go back to the failure room. Okay, well, I gotta find the card for the failure room then. I'm reading the card you found in the lounge now. It's got a text log on it that I can extract for you. She said goodbye today. I know, I wasn't sure she meant what she meant. I know everyone blamed her for what happened, but it wasn't her fault. I was the one who pushed her to do more work, to do more than she was capable of. I thought she could handle it, but I was wrong. Even now, they curse her name as if she was responsible for the whole colony failing. But her mistake was mine, too. Ow, somebody is sad. Nguyen? It might, or like, it could be a thing like the Vietnamese way of pronouncing it is one way, and like maybe it's a name in more than just Vietnam. I am really uneducated on these type of things. I will admit that fully. The Krat Dragon was on a crate from crate, therefore is a crate. crate dragon. Exactly. Password required. Hint her birthday. Ooh. I know where her birthday is, but I don't remember her birthday. So we'll have to go back and find, I'm gonna guess that the password is 1234. We'll go back to the break room and find the birthdays. Like your luggage. I'll just go with what Django said, though. Mr. Wenz apparently kept several external backup devices. They're all connected to an emergency power unit, which is now inoperable. With the core systems down, without my help on run routines, this lab probably had to rely on what was available. Oh, is this the other card? Take boot disk. It's a system boot disk for the terminal, probably used as a backup. The yellow letter B written on it. Okay. This is the one we take back to the yellow room. Nguyen. That could be. That's definitely possible. Craft dragons, that sounds like a dragon sitting on a crate knitting. Yeah! Those notes are highly complex predictive models for the stability of energy in various forms. Amazing that they are all handwritten. There's a small printed photograph stuck on one of the paper sheets, though it has been torn in two. It looks like a photo of a woman with dark, shoulder-length hair. She's wearing a lab coat. Her face is ultimately cut off. So that's probably that lady that everyone's mad at. Yagi's here! Welcome, Yagi! Well, I'm still going. I hope you had a good walk. That table contains heaps of dusty notebooks, and Mr. Wenz must have been frankly working there. Faded handwritten note on it reads, "Now that she's gone, how will I find any strength to help Lumumba? Are we truly doomed?" It also says, "I'm the only one who remembers her birthday, so I know no one else will get access." Okay, so we need to go back to the blue hallway. I think it was the blue hallway where the break room was. To the exit, but we're not going to exit. It's just closer. Crate from crate. Crate. We're having too much fun. To the blue labs. I think the blue labs had the break room, but I can't remember. Nope. Blue rooms might just not have had anything. Yeah, nope, not here. So I don't think it's here. Both things I'm looking for must be in the yellow area. Wait, hold on. Okay. Nope. I think both things I'm looking for are in the yellow area then. To the yellow labs. Okay. Here are the birthday cards. Happy birthday, Abra. Some kind of furry animal. No. Thimba's birthday. May 13, 2029. So 5/13/2020. Or so it'd be 05/13/29. Oh, 5/13/29. Great, we've accessed Miss Jacobson's research data. I'm afraid the news isn't good. She didn't make much progress, it seems. In fact, what I'm seeing here is a series of failed experiments and reports, but we can use this as a reference so we don't make the same mistakes. It's too bad that Miss Jacobson didn't feel the way she was contributing to the research in her own way. It's too bad that Miss Jacobson didn't feel she was contributing to the research. In her way, we could owe her our survival to her. I can't read, I'm sorry. Well, there's a note here that just popped up. Ben, I'm so sorry for everything. I let you down. I let everyone down. I love you. It had over 1,000 notifications. That's trippy. It must be like every time we've gone live and every time someone subbed, maybe? We found the research data on all the failed formulae that will help us avoid mistakes and increase the stability of the escape ship. Let's see what else we can find so we can gain access to the core. Okay, now I gotta go... towards the green. I don't know if the bots are on here, because I don't think the bots are, I don't think the bots are Lobot. I think the bots are run by a different plugin. It's not here, but it's the red area. I miss the days when Steven would be here and would argue with Lobot, and he'd freak out. Those were such good days. Okay. Let's do it. But not on YB streams. Okay. So 05, 13, 29. Okay. Whoops. No. Month, day, year. Did I get May wrong? January, February, March, April, May. No, so it should be 05, 13, 29. Was it not her birthday? Was it somebody else's birthday? Oh, it was so good. I miss Steven so much. Okay, so it must not be her birthday. We'll just go back and get the other two birthdays, or I remembered the birthday incorrectly, which is possible. Whoops, I think I went the wrong way. Yep, I did. We'll just go around. It's in the yellow area. I really miss Steven. I hope he's just out there living his best life. Okay, let's see what we got here. So it could be 01, 11, 33. Can somebody... Actually, I can type these in chat. Hold on. So it could be 01, 11, 33. It could be 05, which it isn't, but okay, 05, 13, 29. Or it could be, I see you doing it too, Yagi, thank you. 08, 02, 34. Oh, she used the animal's birthday. That's a good call. But no, but this is the lady who didn't like animals. Like, that's a good thought, but this is the lady that burned the other, I thought. But I guess her birthday didn't work, so maybe it is the lady who, The clue said that it was month, day. That was a clue for this computer, which we already got into. Which is weird that it would use the US date because the spellings have all been UK spellings. But I guess they figure it's an American person. Where was the I was probably in the green area. There was a picture in this break room. I can check and see if there was a date on that. Nope, it wouldn't be that date because I can't look at it again. They, the only times something has a password on it, they'll let you look at it again. Okay. But I might have just been misunderstanding whose birthday I was supposed to put in. But like what I do is I come over here to this console. It says enter password, hint, her birthday, MMDDYY, which means month, date, year. You could set up bots for this account too. What do you want to do? I mean, we could. I stream here so irregularly and often when you're doing classes. Okay, so let's try 01/11/33. Nope. 05/13/29. Nope. And then the other one was Beth that no one liked, and that was 08/02. Okay, so it was Beth's birthday. That was the one that they left the passive-aggressive birthday card for. Excellent! Mr. Wynn's files all contain a lot of data. He truly was an exceptional engineer. It looks like he was focused on retrofitting the colony power systems. With all that Mr. Lumumba's increasing demands, Mr. Wynn had to construct some ingenious workarounds. That's a totally different word. So that the new energy source could be used. He really was at the forefront of what he was doing. Too bad this tragedy had to be the impetus for innovation. I've initiated the security crest now. Alright, I think that means all the colors are unlocked. Hey! There's a bridge now. I've gotten all the research data we need to tune the ship up to best use the new energy source. That should help retrofit the escape ship. As you probably heard, I've managed to gain access to the core. Head back to the exit. Let's see what Mr. Lumumba was up to. The maglev platform can go to the right to the exit or to the left to the green labs. Let's go to the exit, because the exit is where the bridge is. This place is a real mess, but it looks like there's an energy source. And are these more bodies? You better believe they're more bodies. I'd like to point out that you like games where you're in a spacesuit. Yeah, no, and what's more than that is in this game I'm talking to AI replications of dead people. So this game is like Soma, only not scary, and I might be dating everyone. That's really the best way to explain this game. You have found the body of R&D engineer Ben Nguyen. It appears to have collapsed. He appears to have collapsed there. The position suggests he was clutching his chest. Just because of the strange particulates in the air of this room, his body is fairly well preserved. I doubt that's a comfort. In his hand is the other half of that torn photo you found in the lab. The woman's face appears visible in this it appears to be Beth Jacobson. Yeah, I figured that out because he used her birthday. What do we got here? Is this Mr. Lumumba? Yep. I regret to inform you, Chiquita, that you have scanned the body of resource manager John Lumumba. The position of the body suggests that he was thrown back by some kind of force. His spinal column is damaged, and the blow to the head is likely what killed him. Your scan also picked up the contents of the data recorder in Mr. Lumumba's pocket. It's a log. I'll transcribe it. Nguyen has been dead for hours. Sonic vibrations and emissions from the sequencer probably exploded his heart. Not long now. Pierre, you fool. We were both so very wrong. But if you're still out there, what we made here, it should carry you a long way. I know you didn't give up, despite everything. I hope you find this. There's suddenly a loud sound, and the recording stops. I'm so sorry, Chiquita. We're just sit in silence. It's true. Catch you later, Django. Thank you for dropping by. And I suppose this means goodbye, Lobot, as well. I understand if you need a moment before we move on. It seems Mr. Lumumba did his best after all, though he met with a tragic end. Take the energy source. I'd text you this, but since I'm here, I'm not sure today will work, but tomorrow and Friday should. Perfect! Later, Django, and tomorrow and Friday sound awesome. I just need to make sure I take the time to watch Attack of the Clones, which should not be a problem to find time to do. This must be the new energy source that the team was developing in these labs. By the looks of it, it's still stable. The way Chiquita types. All the machinery in here must have been reconfigured to produce this single fuel cell. An incredible last-ditched effort. It's regrettable that Mr. Lumumba was not more forthcoming with the other colonists. Some of them likened him to a villain. However, it appears he succeeded in his task, even though most people did not know or understand his motivations. Well, that fuel cell will power the escape ship for a considerable amount of time, improving our chances of survival. When you're ready to leave, come back home. I think I have scanned all the things. So a lot of people didn't like John. They thought he was gruff and mean and stuff, but really he's the guy who made the fuel, you know. At least some good finally came of these energy production facilities, even though it took all of this for it to happen. Let's head back. Let's head back. Let's head back. Let's head back. Alright, so this is like the final third round. We'll talk to Jean tonight, but I don't know if we'll get like another bonus chat or if we like pick the person and end the game. I feel awful for you having to put you through all this. Yeah, whatever. Whatever, computer. Nolan needs so many donuts. Oh, I have a donut I need to eat, unless my dad ate it. Hopefully he didn't. Then I can eat my donut. With today's revelations, the increasing instability of the planet, I know things are very stressful. I hope you can break the news tactfully tonight. Let's go back and sleep. Let's go and sleep. Let's go to sleep. Let's go to sleep. We're gonna sleep. I really think it's interesting I take my helmet off to sleep. It's time, Chiquita. I wish your time tonight was under happier circumstances. I'll see you in the morning. I can't walk in a straight line, but who needs straight lines? Not me. I surely don't. Ooh, Jess, I didn't ask, are you taking your brother trick-or-treating? He wouldn't enjoy trick-or-treating. We don't give him a lot of candy because we can't brush his teeth very well. And like, he doesn't wear costumes, Like, we can't even get him to wear a hat when it's cold outside. So, like, he doesn't really, like, get the concept of dressing up. So I probably won't. But Halloween's kind of like the one holiday we never really do anything for. But I always enjoy seeing everybody's costumes this time of year. Chiquita, it's you. Listen, before you say anything, I really want to go over something. As a way of smoothing over what we... wait, what is it? You look like something serious happened. Come on, be honest with me. I found John. Oh, oh, I see. You found the other me, judging by the look on your face. I assume the news isn't good. That's okay, I'm ready. Just tell me. No, I'm probably not dressing up. I have nowhere to dress up to. Like, I don't go to any parties or anything, so I would literally dress up for the sake of dressing up. I live on a country road, so we don't get trick-or-treaters. I don't even have a sidewalk. So, like, literally, like, I literally only know it's Halloween because everyone else talks about Halloween. Otherwise, the holiday would probably come and go, to be completely honest. I thought it wouldn't matter if this happened, but, well, I don't feel so great about it now, you know? Inside, it feels like I feel almost sick. You will trick-or-treat with me. Alright, Yagi, I'll send you pictures of candy on Halloween. I don't know what I was thinking would happen, but somehow, knowing that the other me is all gone, that adds up to some real finality to all of this. I have. We read Last Shot, and we did a streamcast with Star Wars ramblings on it. Okay, but let's think about this positively here. At least now we know, but please tell me, what was I doing out there? You did it. You mean solving the fuel problem? That's so good to hear. But I just can't help but think about all the others. Well, we all had to do what was required, but the fact that they won't see the results of their work is terrible. Truly terrible. No matter what anyone thought of me, I know that I respected and admired all of them. I only hope that they understood that in those final moments. Well, now I can focus on what's important, taking this discovery and applying it to the work I'm doing here. The other Jean and his team would... I'm assuming it's Jean because it's been such a multicultural colony, but it could just be Jean and I'm being fancy for no reason. Is it? I haven't read any of Return to Vader's Castle yet. I'm going to read them all soon, but I kind of want to read them once they're all out. But I'm sure they're good. You'll lay and wait in the bushes. There you go. If the other Jean and his team manage to create newer, better energy source in those final days, you'll be all set. I just need to work with the AI to figure out how to modify the escape ship and accept the new source and regulate it. He must have known. He must have known that it wasn't possible to get everyone off. But if anyone could, it would have been worth it. I'm confident now that I can finish what I was brought here to do and get you home safely. That makes me happy. Oh no, did you find out what happened to them? I knew Ben and Beth had a thing, but they were always discreet about it. Some of the others weren't happy about it, I know. Ben was my number one. Without him, I couldn't do anything. Obviously, he followed me until the end. The real Jean, he probably didn't even realize the rift that had opened up between them as a result of his single-mindedness. I destroyed so many lives. I was trying to do good to help everybody, but I was so blind to everyone around me. You've helped me see this fault in me, and now that I know, I won't make the same mistake again. Thank you, Chiquita. Because of you, I have a renewed focus and a real perspective. I'm going to use it to help you. Is there anything else we should talk about before I get back to work? Past regrets? We did talk about that, didn't we? Since then, I've been reconsidering a few things. My work here in this chamber has taught me something. That life is literally what you make of it. Attitude is everything. I always clung to regrets, to things I could have done or should have said, and maybe that's why I did what I did in the caves, but in the end, it wasn't really regret that drove the other me, was it? It couldn't have been. You can't find drive like that in the past. No, it must have been hope. Just like I'm helping you now. With everything that's going on around us, hope is driving me. Hope that you'll get off here and home safely, and I suppose hope that our work here will live on and be remembered. So really, I don't think I see things the way I used to. Too much happened since then in the last few weeks. Nothing beats listening to the song Turbo. I mean, sure. Is there anything else we should talk about before I get back to work? Of course. You want to know how I'll help you get back home? Let me explain. Since the current fuel system in the escape ship isn't functioning, you won't get very far, especially without energy. This better energy source is less volatile, and we can control it more finely, to give you an extra boost to the engines, you see. That will help counter the increasing gravity, as it will also let you sip energy longer, so the ship can travel farther without it depleting. This is truly great news, but it came at such a high price. I am, however, so very happy we can use it now to help you. The more time we've spent together these past weeks, the more I knew I wanted to do right by you. Well, I suppose I should get to work on improving the escape ship. Time is running out, and we're so close. I'll be seeing you soon, Chiquita. And just know, I just know it. And thanks again. I gotta be honest though, I don't know what kind of bus you're talking about. Wow, that is getting beat up. There's a giant hole in the ceiling. That is no good. Well, Chiquita, I guess we have no choice in what we need to do today. Come and see me right away. Yeah, I don't know what that is either. Meep, meep, meep. Is that the sound the bus makes? Oh. Yeah, it's like the most generic alarm clock sound ever. It looks like I can't put this off any longer. We've done everything else we can, and finding the plant in the agrodomes was a huge win for us. But the escape ship lacks functioning food processor, and I was hoping we wouldn't have to do this. But Colony B is the last place we can look for one, and without it, you'll starve all the way back home. As much as I don't want to, please, just plot a course to Colony B in the shuttle bay, and let's get this over with. You have power again! That's so good. And Nolan has a secret, apparently. Back to Colony B. So I thought we'd gone everywhere, but apparently we had not. Nolan is our father. He needs donuts. Oh, that's his secret? Obs. Based off of what little information I was able to receive, the Colony B living spaces became very volatile in the final months. I really don't want to go in there, but we need to see if we can get our hands in it. You don't want to go in there! Everything we've discovered at the agrodomes will be in vain if we can't get a working unit installed in the escape ship. So I guess head inside. I'll guide you from there. You should be in Hall A, south of Colony B, in the crew quarters. The food processing unit should be in the mess hall. The door should be to your right. Please, Chiquita, just check the mess hall first, so we don't have to go any further. I'd rather not. It's a ration unit for emergency supplies. It's completely empty. Those posters were made from hand-drawn slogans and images on the backs of readouts and technical blueprints. Their slogans vary, but essentially they have the same question. Where is Pierre Tong? Apparently, the director was not popular after the Rift event. The whole door to the mess hall is locked with a password system on the info screen. To the left of the door that might help. Do you want to try to enter something? No, because I don't know what the password would be yet. There's an alert on the display that says, please enter room codes in the correct sequence. What? You have to figure out which quarters belong to which colonists, I suppose, and then enter the room codes here in that order. Oh dear, this is going to be complicated. Okay. Hold on. What terminal? I don't see a terminal. Those beds were constructed with emergency materials and some hasty stitching. With much of the colony damaged, crowding must have been a major problem. Judging by the scan, different families and colonists had used beds over time, likely in rotation. This is not how people should live. I don't see a terminal. Oh, this terminal. Okay. This terminal contains reports related to the running of the colony after the Rift event. From here, you can access personnel profiles, incidents reports, council projections. This report gives the psychological breakdowns of many of the remaining colonists, as reported by the head psychologist, Bouchard. I'll load them up. First profile is Specialist Kaylee Pujari. Special subject is dealing with breakdown of colony by focusing on her child. She maintains a hopeful attitude. When her partner is available to care for the child, the subject uses spare time to exercise. I believe this has been key to her mental well-being. The next profile is Sanitation Supervisor. Previous sessions with subject reveal studious, calm individual. His pre-colony evals were always even. He remains focused on keeping calm and tidy to deal with the chaos around him. One unchanged facet in his desire for privacy, which is difficult for our new situation. The last profile, subject continues to work tirelessly in her capacity as terraforming analyst. She hoards data on the subject. She's allowed several colonists to share her quarters, and space becomes difficult. I suspect her passive nature is allowing others to abuse her kindness, however. Those are all relevant entries I could recover at this terminal. Do you want to access any other reports? Incidents. In an attempt to maintain order, it appears that the colonists formed a crude justice system whereby offenses were judged by peers and recorded. The most recent report read technician Rumsey was detained after his third altercation with another colonist. His disruptive behavior is making things difficult. Though his contributions to the overall effort are appreciated, his talent for aggressive intervention is becoming a liability. In such a desperate situation, it must have been difficult to maintain a stable society. Let's look at projections. It looks like the colonists formed a rotating body to help organize the survivors and introduce some kind of order. The last entry is dated second scouting party colony A has not returned supplies at their worst limit and compromise to be only worsens. With current population, survivability is only a matter of months. Water filters continue to function, but rations are running out. There's an addendum. Entered a few days later, the child of colony B, Crystal Pajari, has sadly succumbed to malnutrition and disease. Her mother has abandoned hope. How terrible. I had no idea. Do you want to access any other reports? No, it says it. Okay. So what I want to do is go back here. I want to look at this again. There's an alert on this display that says, please enter room codes in correct sequence. Okay, so it's Admin, Sajari, Bouchard, Rumsey, Pajari. Hold on. Gonna take a picture of that. Hey, Panda, welcome. How's it going? Good to see you here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Did you get any cosplay ideas? I know you were asking about that on Twitter. Those are dozens of dusty textbooks and reference material about human behavior and psychology on the shelf. You humans really do like inefficient physical media. We do. We really do. That's a synthetic leather couch. It looks very well worn, like many people have sat and reclined on it. Lavatory sealed shut! See, I told you! Anytime I find a bath, there's never been a bathroom, never been able to pee. There are a couple of sleeping areas that have been set up for colonists, and furniture has been moved to accommodate them. Despite the musty layer being exposed to the damp air, the bed is entirely made. Okay, so this is the person probably who liked everything neat and tidy. So this is probably the neat and tidy person. Whoa. Oh yeah, that's the Mandalorian you like, right? This interaction is priceless. What is a pomegranate apple? It sounds like some... it sounds like something that's part apple, part pomegranate. Yeah, this is definitely not the neat and tidy person. There's an obsessive collection of terraforming data and apps. Okay, so this is the terraforming person. There are several makeshift bedrolls on the floor. One of them is covered with standard issue sheets that normally go on a bed. It almost looks like the occupant gave up their bed to someone else and slept on the floor instead. Yep, so this is the person whose kindness was abused. I didn't even read what that said. Old photograph depicts one of the female colonists, but it's too worn for you to properly analyze. The sheets in the bed aren't standard, and there's personal items around it that don't match the decor of the room. Okay. So that's room 1 and 2. So let's look back at these psychological profiles. Tip, 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 tip. Okay, so personnel profiles. Pajari is dealing with her breakdown with their child. Okay, so she's the one with the child. Sari is the one who is always calm and even. He keeps things tidy. So he is 1. Sari is 1. And Amin is the terraforming person who's probably 2. Okay. Exit. So let me look at something real quick. This would be way easier if I didn't have to use my phone as... Okay, so Sari is 1, admin is 2. So Sari is 1, admin 2. Okay. Let's go to Hall B. Here's a good one. Yeah, I would offer help, but I just don't know what you would like to cosplay from. There's a portable med lab with extra supplies. There isn't anything left in it. Too bad we didn't find any of these medical facilities. To room 3. Actually, hold on. I want to make sure there's not a terminal. Planters have been rigged with water drips in the attempt to grow food. Someone must have brought seeds back from the agrodome. The sport suggests the colonists set up a kind of community center and communication system. The notes are for ration quotas, work schedules, and water usage. Okay. Oh, there was also the guy that got into fights, and I don't remember his name. Okay. Sleeping area has been fashioned in that corner. Occupant of those quarters was likely not fond of sharing space. Small tables covered with rotting piles of books, storage discs. Some of them appear to contain information on sanitation. It's a replica of Zen Buddhist phrase from Old Earth that translates to beginner's mind. This bed looks like it was made from a military standard. Occupant appears to have been very neat and tidy. So this is the neat and tidy guy. Hold on. I'll try not to spend too much time looking at this terminal. Profiles. Okay. So Pajari will be the one with the kid. Oh, maybe Pajari is that third room. Okay, so incidents is what I wanted to check. Rumsey is the guy who got into a fight a lot. Let's look at projections. And then we know the girl doesn't make it. Okay. This is going to be a tough puzzle. So the tidy guy who doesn't like people with him is probably not this room. This is probably somebody else. This is the person with textbooks. This is very tricky. Okay, this room has kids. Useful, but it's packed with children's things. So this is the person who had a kid. So room 4 is the one with the kid. Room 2 is definitely the agriculture person. It's the other two I'm not sure about. Oh, good, another terminal. Personnel reports. Okay. First is Kylie. Subject is dealing with her breakdown in the colony by focusing on her child, which we knew. Okay, so this seems to be the same. Seems to be the same stuff. Is this going to be the same file? Yes, it is. Okay. I'm gonna just look at all of them just to make sure it doesn't look different. Yeah, no. It's the same stuff. So this is just so if I'm over here, I don't have to go all the way back to look at a thing. That makes sense. Room 5. The number of people occupy this room, they're certainly not ideal living conditions. Someone put makeshift schedule, likely because the network systems were down. So cart of various drugs and instruments along with homemade chart for various patients. Looks like this room was used as some sort of unofficial treatment room. Okay, so this is probably the psychiatrist. So this is where the psychiatrist themselves was. Looked to be made by 2 different children, judging by the analysis of the scan. According to the official records, only 3 children were born in this installation. They were all in Colony B, so my records are incomplete. Doll-like figure has been constructed from various scraps of fabric and stuff for handiwork of surprising quality. Communally accessible filtration system. Judging by the leftover residue, it was used as a series of filtration pucks to purify the rainwater. Even with proper testing apparatus, that could be dangerous by this point. However, the colonists options were probably very few. We haven't found the remains of any of the colonists who remained here. Perhaps they're alive somewhere? Or they're all in here dead? This emergency tent stuffed with multiple makeshift beds. It must have housed at least 4 people. That would have been terribly cramped. Pretty sure we're going to find everyone dead. It appears that somebody converted this empty container into a sleeping area for an infant. Having more colonists occupy such a small space would have been a problem in terms of health and sanitation. With nowhere else to go, sick colonists would have easily infected others, especially if the ventilation was poor. What awful conditions. This is room... What do we got here? The ceiling has been rigged with those hoses and a crude spout solution to act as a shower system of some kind. Your scans reveal a lot of old dirt and mold built up. Probably hasn't been used in many months. So this is where they would shower. What do we got? Careful, the shattered piece is broken. Damage to your suit. Well, that's no good. We don't want to damage my suit. I'm gonna guess this is the guy who fought all the time, because he's like violently knocked over everything. The bed has been tossed as if somebody has been moving around all over it. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is Rumsey. Just because the standard issue chair has been tossed around, causing damage to the room. Okay, so Rumsey is definitely 6. So I'm gonna look at this terminal one more time. What do we got here? In an attempt to provide more evidence, the colonists must set a portable emergency tent in another room. This looks filled with supplies and personal effects, so someone must have lived in it permanently. What is the name of the psychiatrist? Bouchard. Okay, so Bouchard is 5, Rumsey is 6. That first lady is 1, or that first lady is 4. He's either 1 or 3. And she's 2. Okay, this is going to be really complicated without taking notes, but I'm going to go try it. If I can't get it, I'm going to have to get up and grab a piece of paper and, like, take notes. But I'm going to go see if I can just do it. Henry says, days since Tong left us, 128. Number has been scratched out and rewritten several times. Okay, let's see what I can do here. Okay, so it's a number. All right, I'm gonna have to leave chat for just a second. Bear with me. Okay, so It's listed as admin, Sari, Sarjabit, Bouchard, Rumsey, Pajari. So admin, I'm pretty sure is 2. It ends with 5, 6, 4, I think. So we'll try 2, 1, 3, 5, 6, 4. Nope. 2, 3, 1, 5, 6, 4. Nope. Okay, this just got a lot harder. Okay. Let me grab some paper real quick. Hold on. Okay, this is gonna be so complicated. Ugh. Okay, so we need to do Amen. Sorry. I should have done this from the beginning, but I was hoping I was not gonna have to. Sarah Jit. Bouchard. Rumsey. Pajari. I know Bouchard is the doc, and Rumsey is the fighter. Okay. There we go. Sorry, my chat was weird. You can't see my head, sorry. Okay. So in here, 1 was one of the ones I couldn't tell who it is. 2 was the agriculture person. Because it's the person who got who was a pushover. What are you guys even talking about in chat? I haven't been able to keep up for a long time. Okay, personnel profiles. So Bouchard is the doc. Pajari is the first person. She was the mom. Sorry is the person who was calm. And he liked things tidy. He was also the one who liked things... Wait, hold on, who was this? I swear this name wasn't on there. Admin is the terraformer. Passive nature allowed to abuse their kindness. Oh, also passive. So I think she's 2. Incidents is Rumsey's the fighter, which we already knew. I want to look at personnel one more time. Sorry. Sorry is the tidy one. Tidy and private. No problem. Enjoy your food. Exit. So the only person we don't know anything about is Sarabit. So let's look at these real quick. I want to say this is the terraformer person because This is the mismatched room. But there's nothing else in here, really. Oh, no, this is the terraforming book. So this one is definitely... I'm in. So this is definitely room 2. This is heavy textbooks. This is tidy. Tidy, but this is not the one that had the clue about privacy. So 1 could be sorry, but it could not be. Three is the one that has the privacy wall, right? Like, this is the one that's tidy. Not fond of sharing spaces. That area is messy. This area is neat and tidy. So I think this is the neat and tidy private guy. Oh, you're fine. I don't know what you guys were even going on about. Something about furries. I'll just assume that you all are behaving appropriately. Jaquita could be a hologram. Okay, this is the room with the kid. So I think that's this. So I think that's 4. But I'm going to put a question mark by that one because that's the one that could go either way. See, and this is the one with the hanging garden, so that's why I was thinking that maybe this is the one with the terraformer. But maybe not. Okay, and then 5 is the dock. See, I could have sworn I tried this pattern, though. Access to materials becomes more difficult. Colonists probably use makeshift barriers like this to keep some kind of privacy. And see, this is a child's toy. Emergency tent. And then this is the room that's trashed. So I think this is Rumsney's room. Which would make that person 1. Okay. So I think the code is 231564. But I don't actually know. It could be 413564. And if it's none of those, I don't even know. I'm going to just start typing in random numbers and hope we get it, because I have no idea. Yeah, I made a list of things here. I had to do a logic puzzle, so I had to write everything down because I couldn't remember the order. Okay. 231564. Nope. 213564. I literally don't know. There's an alert on this display that says please enter the room codes in the correct sequence. Admin, sorry, Sarvit, Bouchard, Rumsey. I'm sure there is a walkthrough. I'm sure there is a walkthrough. I could look real quick. Yeah, I can look real quick, just because this is gonna take forever. Alone with you, game, walkthrough, colony, B, door code. Okay, let's try this. I don't really care about that. I care about... Let me scroll way down here because we're on like day 15. No, this is not helping. This is like how to get trophies. There might not be a code. Okay, Colony B, day 14. The password is 23... Oh, there's only a 5-digit code? Apparently it's only a 5-digit code, but there's... 6. 1, 2... Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. Sarjabit and Bouchard are one name. So there is no one. There is a one, but yeah, that's what I did wrong. So one of those rooms doesn't count. Interesting. Well, I don't know what I did wrong, but I'm just gonna use the code because I have it. 23164. There is no 5. Okay, well, I don't know. I could have figured it out, but like... Well, it's just like, I could have figured it out, but like... You guys don't want to sit here for 40 minutes. And like, as it is now, I might not have time to finish the game on stream, depending on how much more time there is. So... It's just gonna be boring for everybody. How terrible. It looks like a seismic event caused another collapse. Their room looks to be entirely demolished. I hate to think it's true, but... Chiquita, I think the survivors were trapped in this room when it happened. If so, likely they all perished together. What an awful end. The food processor unit itself is terribly out of order, but these parts will help us maintain our escape ship. What happened in Colony B is nothing less than a tragedy. How those poor people must have suffered right up until the end. This is all my fault. How? Just think about it. All this happened after the Rift event. There was no way for me to understand the depths of suffering here, but seeing it now with you doesn't make it any easier. Those people all died thinking I abandoned them. Well, at least one thing you could do before you come back is have a look on the east side of the room. I'm picking up a light air current coming in there. Heck yeah. Let's see what's going on around here. So it looks like everybody was just in here and died together. Long, ominous hallway. Oh, that's why the escape ship hangar for Colony B. That's the escape ship hangar for Colony B. It's even worse than I imagined. There's a body. Good work. I think you found the last of the schematics. This one contains a highly detailed formula and notes regarding the propulsion system. Incredible. With all these improvements, the escape ship can even be better than we hoped for. We should let Mr. Tong know about this when you see him in the hollow sim chamber. I'm pretty sure that's his body right there. This drone has been exposed to native elements for so long, it's adopted quite an interesting appearance. Chiquita, you probably have surmised that is the body of Dr. Pierre Tong. This is a most surprising discovery. So he was here the whole time. He didn't leave. By all the other colonists' accounts, Mr. Tong left Colony B and never returned. They felt he abandoned them. So what is he doing here? Hold on. Mr. Tong was holding a datapad when he died. Thankfully, it still has some power. I'm transferring its contents now. This is incredible. It appears Mr. Tong was working on a way to improve the escape ships. His datapad contains plans for upgrades. Those schematics you found must have been the first draft to these upgrades. He must have worked on them before leaving the colony. There's an audio file attached. I'll parse it out for you. Jean, I know you doubted me. I know you thought I'd given up on everyone. Maybe for a little while I did, but as usual, I couldn't accept defeat, so I found a way. I made these plans to help who was left. Of course, I hoped you would be there when I got back, but you weren't. Nobody was. Jean, I hope you believed me. I came back to help. But when I returned, everyone was either gone or dead. It was too late. I saw their signs. They thought I'd failed them completely. I guess I have. Worst of all, though, I failed you. I hope you find this. I hope you're still out there and that you come back. These plans can help you survive. The audio file ends there. It was recorded 2 years ago in 2062. I don't think Mr. Lumumba ever got to hear this message. Please, Chiquita, I've seen enough. Can't bear it anymore. Just come back home. You can't bear it. I'm the one here. Find something maybe you'll have to... Maybe. So I'm assuming we're gonna have a conversation with that guy tonight. Oh, I'm so sorry. For what? It's just I can't bear to think about it. Never mind. This AI is very emotional. But I'm assuming we're talking to this guy tonight, and then there's like the end of the game, because there's still this area that we've never gone to. I technically have to be done streaming in like 20 minutes. And I just don't think the game's... I think if I have to talk to this guy and in the game, I'm not going to be done. But I'm worried that like the next stream of this will be like half an hour. But I'm also very tired. So I think I'm gonna go talk to the computer, but I think I'm gonna call it before we talk to Jean, or talk to this guy, and then we can pick it up on another stream. You have a real question. You missed the beginning, the start of the game. Are you a survivor here, or were you sent to investigate? Oh yeah, I am a survivor here, as far as I know. I think me always being in the spacesuit is a little suspect, and my glowing blue eyes is a little bit suspect, and I don't know why I have a scarf. So I've been wondering if I'm not also an AI, or if I'm a robot, or if I'm an alien. But in theory, I'm a survivor. Like the last person who's survived here. But we don't really know. Before I talk to the AI and the AI goes away, I don't think I went to the mess hall today. So I'm going to do that real quick. Was my stream lagging, or did I just not stay caught up with it because I left? I was delighted today. Zephyrs was able to walk me through the energy source from yesterday. It's good. Thanks for the food stand. There's nothing that exciting there. But yeah, I'm getting tired enough where I'm having a hard time like reading the text and stuff. So even if the final stream of this is like only half an hour, I think I will finish streaming this at a later time. I don't know when, because it's very possible I'm going to do streams on Port Haven the next 2 days. Which means I probably won't stream here, but I might. We'll see. I might do this Friday before the Port Haven stream. Well, Chiquita, it looks like we now know the depths of what happened at the other colony, and now it looks like you have one last discovery to report tonight. It was really been a rough week. Okay. I'm glad it's not been lagging. In the meantime, I'll use your data to prepare the escape ship, I suppose. Chiquita, we have to keep moving forward. This has been a lot of fun. I really like this game. It's just because so much of it's reading, it's hard for me to play it all in a go, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think I will, when I go to sleep, the game's gonna save. And rather than go to talk to the guy, I'll just call the stream. It's time, Chiquita. The game should save anyway. Whatever happens in the holo chamber tonight, I think is for the best. If you're honest. If Mr. Ho is too upset. I don't know why I didn't save. It should have saved when I got back to the quarters, though, so it should be fine. Like, after I talked to the AI, it should have saved. If we have to replay a little bit tomorrow, we have to replay it a little bit tomorrow. But it should have saved once I got back to the station. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, please like the stream. I would really appreciate that. I just realized you guys are going to see the stream when I go back. I'll just do that. There we go. Nope. That one. There we go. Where's full face? There we go. Okay, this is fun. Oh, you can't see the chat. That's fun. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. Like I said, I should be live on Port Haven. And then if I can, I'll finish this game up during the week, but more likely I'll stream it on Saturday, which will either mean a shorter stream on Saturday or I might do 2 streams on Saturday. We'll see. But, well, I'll be playing it by ear. But thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. If there should be a link in the description if you're not in our Discord. Discord's the best place to find out and or ask when I will be streaming. What happens in the holidays? Exactly. See you guys. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you again soon.